Okay, guys, so welcome to the Win Team. This is August Breakthrough Month, and we announced this last Friday, and I'm going to break down the details for you here today, okay? So, first of all, we're treating August as an exceptional month together. Breakthrough isn't luck, it's a lifestyle. And I want to ask you this question: who experiences a breakthrough? And this is going to sound like just micro managing words, but the people who experience a breakthrough are those who create a breaking through lifestyle. This is going to get very practical today. A breaking through. Most people wait their whole lives for a breakthrough. And we talked about it on Friday, how so many people are so close to a breakthrough and they never measure what they're breaking through. So they never get to what they think is a breakthrough. And I learned early on, you have to create stages where you're breaking through. The Win Team has announced that August is our breakthrough month collectively. I said on Friday, out of 200 people, do you think it's unreasonable that 15 team members would put two new transactions into escrow in a month? And everybody said, that's not unreasonable, Andrew. Then I said, what about those who real estate's a side hustle and they've still got other jobs? Is 15 of them doing one transaction unreasonable? And everybody said, no, it's completely reasonable. And so all of us on Friday said, we will commit to either two new transactions this month or one new transaction. This isn't a rollover. This isn't something that's already in escrow. It's new transactions that you originate starting at midnight on July 31st to midnight on August the 31st. And so I developed for you the Win Team winners summary. And that summary is going to be attached to this document when you get it today. And I'm also going to share it with you in a minute in the chat. Before I do, I want to contextualize this with something that I think is really fun. Watch this. So, this is where Roger Bannister breaks a record, the 4 minute mile. Look at this old British stuff. It's in 1954.
Nobody thought it was
It
possible.
was the Oxford University Iffley track. 1954. This is 9 years after the end of the Second World War. There's Roger Bannister. I mean, compare it to the day. There's no billboards, there's no sponsors, there's just skinny English guys running. He had two colleagues with him. And what they did is they set the pace at the beginning that forced him to go faster than normal. Do you see these two guys? They're both colleagues of his. And they set the pace, a crazy pace at the beginning. This had never been done before. So Bannister's second, Brasher's first, Chataway's third. And so they kept running past him, pushing him, right? And you can watch the whole thing. I'll even send you the link if you'd like. You've got to hear the commentary. It's just fantastic. Look at all the people in their British coats and their British hats. Today they've been in jumpsuits, right? Sweatsuits. Look at them all. Anyway, I'm going to take you all the way through here to where he starts to break through at the end. Here he comes right at the end, and he overtakes his friend. And the crowd is going crazy in a terribly British way. Go on, old chap. And they're all sort of clapping very properly as he comes around the track. Look at him. No steroids there. Look at this guy. Never been done in history. I just love this. The crowd is going just crazy. And look at those terribly nice British clapping. Couple of people jumping up and down in a very British way. Look at him stride. Never been done before. He just knew he wanted it. I'm going to get it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Look at him. He rigorously trained and timed himself every day. Look at this. And he breaks the tape. And the 4 minute mile is complete. it says he stumbles into the arms of his coach. Who would say that today, right? And so you see him do this extraordinary feat. There's Roger Bannister right there. There's the groundskeeper. They bring the groundskeeper. A momentous day in the history of sport. Anyway, so what's the point of all that? It had never been done before. All right. So a lot of you might say, I've never done 2 transactions before. We're going to do it this month. Some of you might say, I've never done 1 transaction 12 months in a row. We're going to start this month. Now, to start that, we have to do what Roger did, which is a process. And this is what I call breaking through. I gave you the Apple story on Friday. That Apple story is crucial. And I want to encourage everybody who's going to do this on the team, get yourself red apples. Now, by the end of the month, it'll be rotten, so it'll be easy to do. But get yourself red apples. I want you to put your thumbs in the top of the red apple, and I want you to try and break that red apple in half. Break that red apple in half starting today. Buy that red apple today and try and break it in half, right? You remember the story and how you hear that creaking as it starts to break. And that's what we're going to create this month. We're going to hear that creaking as your business starts to break open. August is your breakthrough month. I'm going to ask you, first of all, to go into your winner's summary. Here it is right here, your Win Team winner's summary. Some of you have completed it. Some of you have not. If your name is not on it, put your name in here at the bottom, line 39, 40, so on and so forth. It's very simple. You need to put in here what's the number of your lead connections in FUB. What's the number of your prospects in Bob? Because you can only break the record if you show up on the track. This is where you show up on the track right here. How many do you have in escrow in August? We're all exposing to each other what's the truth of our business. How many are in escrow that are already opened, not new ones that are already opened? Because I want to make the distinction between what was opened and what you do open. And then each week I'm going to do this. Week 1, what's the number of appointments this week that you held? And I want you to put what your goal is and then count your actual. Because if you're saying you're going to do 2 transactions, you need a minimum of 4 to 6 appointments a week, right? What is your goal of appointments this week? Speak it out, put it down. You cannot break records unless you set yourself targets. What's the number of appointments you're going to make this week? And then how many did you hold? What's the number of new escrows you're going to open in August? Put your here, goal 2, goal, don't have one here, goal 2, don't have one, don't have one, don't have one, goal 2, goal 3, goal 2. And then as you get them, put in your actual, right? And then finally, the number of new listings that you're going to achieve in August, because lots of you are starting to get listings. Godwin got one this weekend. What's your goal and what's your actual, right? So this is the Win Team winners summary, all right? This is crucial to our success. So I'm going to once again take this. I'm going to take this link. I'm going to go into the feed, and I'm going to share this with you again in the feed. To everyone. All right, you should all have that now. Please open that and complete it today, because this is for August. It's already August the 4th. We are all going to do this together. Okay. And now listen to the other ingredients. So I'm going to go back to the master plan right here. Okay. 4 weeks. Breaking, listen to this, Mike, breaking into new levels. 4 new levels, 4 weeks, and you're breaking in each week. So at the end of the month, you achieve the breakthrough. Breaking brings breakthrough. It's training your mind and your calendar for daily growth. Don't hope for momentum. Don't hope for breakthrough. Build it starting, well, Mike started this weekend. What are the main elements? Same elements I've taught you. Power partners. Everybody who's doing this must choose a power partner for 1 month. It's just like Roger Bannister. That accountability gives you acceleration. That's exactly the tool that Roger used 70 years ago. Accountability for acceleration. Choose one partner for August. I really don't care who it is. All you're going to do with that partner is spend 5 minutes daily, 5 minutes. No complaining, no whining, no blah, 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 no politics, no religion, no nonsense. Just, hey, Mike, what's up? Hey, Andy. Hey, tell me about your power performance tracker. What did you do this week? And you're going to give account to your partner each day throughout the week for 5 minutes. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. That's it. What did you do on your power performance tracker? So you're going to go into your power performance tracker, and I'm going to call Mike, and I'm going to say, okay, Mike, it's Monday. How many power hours did you do? Okay, cool. Well done, buddy. Power office open houses. How many of you set up for the weekend? Okay, cool. Power doors, man. How many power doors did you hit before your power open house or after your showings? Power pairing. Well, I'm your power partner. I don't need to ask you that. Power preview post. How many did you do? These greens are what will give you the money. This is the money. This is the escrow. It's your greens. And then, of course, Mike, how many power offers did you write this week? You want to write 2 offers a week. Every week, you're doing this to get to this, this to get to this, this to get to this, right? You're doing these activities to get to this, right? Holding appointments, doing showings, making it happen. Do this to get to this. So each day, 5 minutes, power partners. Go back to it right here. And you can see a lot of people have chosen their power partner already. So make sure it's somebody that hasn't been chosen already. Just pick a power partner. Cliff, just pick somebody. Pick somebody because you'll be an inspiration to them. James, I don't know if you're on it. Garland, hopefully you're on it. Janae, where's Janae? Somebody go get Janae. Angelica, who's your power partner? John G, who's your power partner? Vivian, who's your power partner? Evelyn. If you don't see these people on here today, get them on here. Right? I want to see the team do something that we all celebrate together. We've got, I think, 20 people coming on the cruise with us to Mexico. Some of you can slam in some cash deals at the beginning and get on that cruise. It's all about breaking through, breaking through. So first piece, power partners. Excuse me. First piece is fill out your win team winners summary. Second piece, power partners. Third piece, your weekly Inc. news story. Remember, we're teaching you on the Win Team, it's Mike S. Inc. You're not just learning to be a real estate agent, you're learning to form systems, processes, KPIs that you can create your own incorporated business. You are treating your business as a corporation, not as a sole proprietorship. So, each of us is going to decide what is the headline of your business for this week. You're going to share it every Sunday with your power partner and a family member. And I'm going to ask you, did you share it? Watch. So it's right here in your power performance tracker. At the bottom, it says, your new projected arrival declaration for the week. So, Mike, what is your projection for this week? Mike holds 2 power open houses, shows 4 homes, write 2 offers, new momentum is accelerating, something like that. That's your declaration. And at the end of the week, in green, you write your headline. That's what your business achieved this week. And you're going to share it with your power partner. It's not complicated, guys. Just get it out of your head, get it into your mouth, get it onto paper, and record what your declaration is for the week. So again, we're going to start with the Win Team Winners Summary. Pick your power partner, right? Commit to it. You've picked your partner. Now write your declaration for the week. And now track your training, right? Track your training on the 8 Power Moves Performance Tracker. Every week, log what training you completed. Breakthrough is not accidental. Training points to inevitability. You want breakthrough. training is what it's all about. Roger didn't just get out there and stumble onto the track. Somehow word got out with no social media. 3,000 people showed up on a cold, wet, windy English day. They waited an hour for the wind to subside so that he could break the mile. And he went out there on some musty old training suit with nobody's brand on it, with a pair of shoes that cost him probably £1. And he broke a world record that nobody had broken before, nobody believed was possible. And guys, this isn't about motivation. This is about creating a lifestyle of breaking through. What are you breaking into this month? What are you breaking into this week? Because what you break into this week will affect what you break into next week and week 3 and week 4, right? So your power performance tracker, take it seriously. Every single one of you today, I'm going to try, I can't call you all today. I'm going to try and reach you guys during the week and talk to each of you personally. I'm available to each of you personally to help you do deals. Kathy and I and a coach, the ISA coaches are behind it. Everybody knows we're doing this 15 and 15 in the month of August. So does anybody have any questions at this point?
Can I get a copy of this that we're looking at right now?
Yes, this will be emailed out to you. And in fact, if you like, I can share this now also. Let me know, guys, when you've got it and opened it, would you?
Okay. Okay, I opened it.
All right. Listen,
thank
kids,
you.
I want you to take this seriously. We're getting up early in the morning. Take it seriously, right? Just do it, like Nike says. Pick a power partner, make it happen today, because tomorrow is the 5th. Now you got to do it in 26 days. The people who started on the weekend had 31 days. You're already behind the 8 ball. Get in front of the 8 ball. Get in front of the 8 ball, and don't be afraid to fill the stadium and tell them you're going to break the record. That's what you're doing with your family. That's what you're doing with your power partner. You're saying on August 31st, I'm going to walk into the stadium and I'm going to hold up the contracts for my 2 escrows that I opened escrow. Fill the stadium now. Don't wait until you do it and go, well, let's see if I invite anybody. No, you got to fill the stadium now. You got to tell them in advance that you're going to do it. Does everybody understand? You all got it.
Yes. Yes.
Right? Is right. So do we have here 15 people who are 2s? The ones who are 2s, go into the chat and say, I'm a 2 for sure. And the ones who are 1 say, I'm a 1. There's no shame in 1. Some of you are nurses and doctors. You've only got time for 1. Jump in the feed. All right, so let's have a look here. Let's count the 2s. 1, 2, 3, 4 2s so far. 5, 1, 1, 6, 7, 8, 9, 2 1s, 10, 11, 12, 3 1s, 4 1s, 13, 5 1s, 14. There you go. We're at 14 on this call. 14 1s, 15 1s, sorry, 15 2s, 6 1s, 7 1s, 8 1s, 17 2s, 8 1s. All right, that's a good start. We need to find 15 and 15. Cameron Kempf is not on this call. He should be on this call. He's going through a hard time right now. Somebody encourage him, get him on the call. The people who are not on this call, get him on the call. We have 205 people on this team. And the question I said to you is, can we find 15 people who will do 2 and 15 who will do 1, who will motivate each other to do it? Cliff, my wife is on vacation this month. I love it, Cliff. You're a funny guy. All right. You can do 2 with your hands behind your back, but I appreciate the concern for your wife. All right. Now listen to me carefully. I'm going to feature one of the power moves on the Power Performance Tracker each day. This is going to go over 5 minutes. And the one I want to feature today is the one that we most ignore because we don't fully understand it, which is the power previews. So in your Power Performance Tracker, here's your power previews right here and your power preview post. And I want to explain to you why it's such a big deal. When I started in real estate, previewing homes felt like a waste of time. My broker would say, go to Caravan and go to previews, and I hated it. Can I be honest with you? I just did not like it. I'm just like, let me out there, let me do my open houses, get out of my way. I'm going to sell homes. That was my attitude, right? And then I started to preview homes, and it became a central part of my job in Vista and Oceanside. What it did was it opened my eyes to opportunity. And I want you guys to hear this so you get it. When I did the previews, I would go to the back gate in Oceanside where the investments were. I would go to crappy old houses in Vista that hadn't been fixed up for 35, 40 years. And I would find these properties and it gave me fuel. Then I would go to some posh homes, some nicer homes. And I saw homes that young families wanted to move in and so on. And what happened is it opened my eyes to opportunity. I would walk around the home, Mike. I would walk around the home, Benjamin, and I would go, damn it, there's got to be somebody who wants to buy this house. I've got to find the person who wants to buy this house. And what it did was it gave me a reason to call people. And what we call advancing in Bob. So in your book of business, you've got those 24 people or those 18 people or those 12 people. I would finish previewing and I would sit down, and it was then a card file, and I would pick up the phone and I would call the people in my Bob and tell them about what I'd seen, right? So I really want you to get this. I said, if you want to make money in 60 days, do 3 power performance previews and post them a week because it creates an archive. But I know what it does psychologically. When you pick those homes, you are motivated, you're excited, and you get on the phone and you call people. Now, listen to me. Power previews in person are powerful. You're going to do one when you have a showing, a Zillow showing, when you have a international desk showing, when you go out and you preview a FISBO or preview an expired, when you preview any property that you show to any buyer, you take out 5 minutes and you create that preview. But listen to this. In your power hour, you can also do previews. And this is what I did. And this is how old I am. I did my power previews not online, but in book. I would open the blue book, which was, I don't know, hundreds of pages thick, and I would turn through each page of newsprint. My hands were black. Every single day of my life, my hands had black fingertips because all the ink came off the newsprint. And I would go through that book until I found a deal. I would look for all the new stuff on the market, and I would circle it with a pen and circle it with a pen. Then I would go back through, take it to the fax machine, and I would fax a copy of that page to my people in my Bob. And I would say, look, check out this one. By the end of the day, investors would be calling me saying, what's this you just sent me? It was so black I couldn't see it, because by the time you faxed it, you couldn't see it. You've got the web, you've got Lofty, you've got MLS, you've got Instagram, you've got all this stuff you can use. I had a black newsprint book, right? Now listen to me. You can preview online by doing this. And as I was the first person in San Diego County to have the MLS on a laptop, me, Andrew Warburton. You know why? Because one of my friends wrote the software for Sandicor. I was the first person. I would download the MLS overnight. It took 10 hours to download the MLS over a modem, 10 hours, and I would have it on my laptop. And this is what I learned to do. Each day, I would go to my prime cities, which then were Oceanside, Vista, and San Marcos. Those were the 3 cities that I worked all the time. And this is what I would do every day. I would look, first of all, for all new listings. That's the first thing I did. I would just go search new Vista, right? Or if you don't know how to do that, search active Vista and go to the days on market column and take the 1 day on market column. As soon as I had that list, I would sort it by price first. I would go from lowest to highest. Immediately, I saw a good deal. Immediately. As soon as a good deal came on it, Immediately, I would see it. Some of you are showing Compton. Some of you are showing Lakewood. Some of you are showing Long Beach. Some of you are showing Torrance. You're all showing the repeat cities. And I know because I see you in the WhatsApp feeds what cities. You're going to the same cities over and over again. You've already got the 30,000-foot view in your sales box in your car. Now, every day, you just simply jump on the MLS in your power hour, you preview. You have a look and say, search. Active, Torrance, boom, sort, days on market, one, less. There's your list. Sort by price, find the best price. Now you start to call people. You go into your book of business, you start to call people. You go into your FUB, you just start calling the people in your FUB. The second thing I do is I reverse search that and I sort it by square footage. Square footage, highest to lowest. So now I've got all the new listings sorted by highest to lowest. When I do that, I do 3 days. The new and 3 days, because sometimes I miss it. Sometimes if somebody lists it at the end of the day and I look at the beginning of the day, I miss the previous day and I sort by square footage. There's the biggest. Look at that. 3,600 square feet for $1,000,001. Everybody else is getting 20 bucks. And I make the calls. I call this one in Bob. I call that one in Bob. I call this one in Bob. I call that one in Bob. Right? What I'm doing is I'm creating excitement within myself. I'm creating awareness within myself, and then I'm demonstrating that awareness to the people who are in my Bob. So power previews are extremely important. Take a photo or a quick video at your preview if you do it in person. Then post it on social. And I've even given you what to say right here. Here you go. This is what you need to say right here. Hey, I'm previewing properties today for my buyers. There's great deals in Lakewood. DM me if you're shopping. Can you imagine if you did one of those 3 days a week? After a year, you'd have 122 of them. Do you think people are going to come to you? Not because you unbutton your blouse. That drives me crazy. Not because you wore a tight pair of plants, but because you know what you're doing. Because you're a great woman, a power real estate broker, a power man. Not because you wear an earring, Mike, but because you know what you're doing. Because 3 times a week you're out there and you say, I'm previewing properties today for my buyers. There's great deals today in Torrance. DM me if you're shopping. Trust me, after 1 year, you will have breakthrough. You'll have breakthrough way before that. Why? Because each post you're breaking the norm. Break the norm. Break the norm. Break the norm. Break the cheesy stuff these kids sell you online because they want to be hot shots. Forget about being a hot shot. Be a servant. Be a servant of wisdom, of knowledge, of understanding, of comprehension, of pricing, of interest rates, of availability, of market availability, of community. Be strong. Be powerful. Be knowledgeable. Be confident. Be breaking. Break that apple. Break it open, break it open, break it open. Each day you're doing something that breaks the apple open. Now you can do the same thing for sellers. What I do for this, listen to this now, because I would see it in the Blue Book, which by the way was already a week old. Now I can actually do it in real time. Starting in the 90s, I started in real time and I found out I could check pendings. Why would I do that? That was a missed opportunity. On the contrary, a pending was a new opportunity. Why? Because I would let sellers know what was moving. And I've even given you the script for this right here. Hey, Mike, another new one in your neighborhood just went pending. Do you want a quick update on your home value? And I would call and call and call and call everybody I knew. If you're on our listing program, you go into that map and you start calling all the red ones. All you have to do is search the pendings in that area. Say, I thought you might like to know. I know you're FSBO right now. I know you're an expired listing. I thought you might like to know the one around the corner just went on the market. We get 10,000 live buyers a month. Can I bring a buyer by your home today? Hey, just wanted you to know another one went pending. It went pending at $1,040,000, a little bit less than the last one, but still, let's get the job done. Hey, just wanted you to know another one went pending. You're now establishing seniority. You're establishing Roger Bannisterism. You're establishing goal breaking, record breaking. And how are you doing it? You're snapping that record one piece at a time. You're breaking that apple one piece at a time. I want everybody on this win team to manifest the power that you know you have inside you. 15 of you 2 deals in escrow, month end. 15 of you, 1 property in escrow, month end. What are you going to do? Choose your power partner right now. Right now. Schedule your 3 power previews this week. Use your power tracker. Write your declaration and log what you're doing in right here into this winner's summary. Each day, celebrate with each other. You know what, guys? Here's the bottom line. You don't need more time. You need more action. Your breakthrough starts today because you're going to start breaking today. 1 preview, 1 post, 1 conversation, 1 result. Pick what you want to pick, but absorb the standard right here for your 4-minute mile. Find your partner, book your appointments, open your escrows. This is breakthrough month for the Win Team. All right, let's hear a scream of yes, let's do this. Let me hear you guys. Come on, let's do this.
Let's do this.
Let's do this.
All right, guys.
Let's do this.
Breakthrough month. Let's go. Pick your power partners. Do it now. I'm going to watch this document in real time, okay?